In just a moment, we'll be joined by Perrie Thompson, author of Striving to Be a Failure. Perrie grew up on the east side of South LA, and he will be joining me on the line from Lancaster Prison in California to talk about his new book.
Your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. We don't have that much time, so let's just jump right into it, man. You got a book, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the name of your book?
The title of my book is Striving to Be a Failure, Reality of Gangs, Jail Cells, and Coffins.
All right, that's interesting. Uh, Perrie, give me some background about yourself, man.
All right, I was born and raised in South Los Angeles, right off 59th and Main. I grew up in an environment where, gangs were around my life, most of my life, practically since birth. Many of my family members were gang members. Stayed across the street from one of the local gang hangouts. And being in that environment, I adopted the traits of the people around me. So by the time I turned 12 years old, I decided to join the gang. And I began my destructive path. And I was out there doing everything that gang members do. And at 17 years old, I was arrested and later convicted of first-degree murder. I was sentenced to 50 years to life. And 16 years later, at age 33, I remained in prison. And now I'm on a mission to try to prevent our youth from walking in my footsteps.
Okay, you writing books and trying to look out for the youth. What's going on with your case?
Well, I'm trying to, right now I'm waiting on Gascon. I'm trying to get out through the courts. I'm trying to get out through the governor. And right now it's just a waiting game. I've been doing a lot of good things. I've been getting in trouble. I've been doing everything I need to do to, make sure when they come talk to me or decide to pull up my case and look into it, I got all my ducks in order. And right now, all I can do is wait.
All right.
I lost all my appeals, so, it's up to the governor or, the courts who I'm asking to let me go on good behavior. So hopefully everything plays out for me. Appreciate your concern about that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Can you give us a little background on where you grew up at and what type of area that was coming up?
Well, I grew up in what is called the Six Pack. Over there between Florence and Figueroa to about Central, that area. The East Coast Crips. And my whole family is members of that gang. I've been around that gang my entire life. And
Your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. To accept, thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah. You take off from after you did the borders from Figueroa, to Central.
Okay. I grew up in that area, which is the East Coast Crips. Most of my family, friends, everybody that I grew up around are members of that gang. The crime that I'm in jail for committing is for the benefit of the gang. And, that's where I grew up at.
All right. So would you consider that area rough growing up? Very influential on you?
Yeah, that area was very rough and influential growing up on me. I grew up on the block where, everybody was at, where all the gang members hung out at. It was what I've seen practically since birth. You know, my family are members of the gang, and growing up and seeing that my whole life, you know, I thought that's what it was. To me, it was like a rite of passage in, you know, my environment where I come from. Everybody I know, mostly everybody that I know, you know, you graduate into the gang like I did, and you know, I'm here because of it.
Mm. Did you dedicate your book to anybody?
Yeah, I dedicated my book to a guy named Mr. Del Toro. That is the young man whose life I took, and dedicated it to him because you know that is the regret of my life. That is something that you know it bothers me every day. You know that I took a young man's life. You know, actually for nothing. You know, and the older I get and the more experience in life I get, I start to understand the magnitude of what I did. You know, and I understand that he ain't never coming back. And me dedicating the book to him was me showing, my sorrow and my, apology to his family and, my one of my attempts to, make amends and, redemption for what I've done to him, I'll never be able to right that wrong or fix it. But, this book is me trying to prevent another incident that would occur between me and him when one kid going out taking another kid's life in honor of a gang and destroying, two lives. Even though I'm still here, my life is still destroyed. He's never coming back, and I'm regretting my life and dedicate the book to him. Hopefully, his family run across the book or something one day. And, it brings them some kind of comfort seeing that I'm trying to, do the right thing and prevent, this situation from occurring again. The other individual that I dedicate the book to is my boy Nipsey Hussle. And the reason I dedicate the book to Nipsey is because I never was taught to represent my neighborhood the way Nipsey was showing us. You want to represent your neighborhood. You take care of your people in your neighborhood. You teach your kids, you teach the kids in the community. You try to, teach them financial literacy, teach them how to raise their kids to have a better life than what we had, other than just going out here and destroying our community with this self-destructive mentality. And Nipsey's death was also, to me, it shows the help that we need in our community when someone from outside of our community comes out and kills somebody that's trying to, better our community and show our community a different way. To me, that speaks to, the self-destructive gang mentality that we all grow up with, And, man, when I think about Nipsey, it's like, it's deeply troubling to me because it's like, that dude was, he was a once-in-a-lifetime type of guy. And for, somebody from his own community, from his practically own gang come out and murder him, it tells me that, we have a lot of work to do. And I'm going to be one of the voices that comes out and continues to tell our officers we can't keep slaughtering each other. We cannot continue to kill each other. We ain't doing nothing but hurting ourselves. And, you look at Nipsey, you look at what I did to Mr. Del Toro, and it's like, how much longer are we going to continue to do this?
Was you aware of Nipsey's music before he passed?
Oh yeah, man, I was a fanatic, man. I've been listening to Nipsey, man, before he passed. I was one of I believe of very few who been telling people since probably about 2010 that he was special. And I was in Pelican Bay. I used to listen to Nipsey. That's another thing. Nipsey was my go-to. Stress. I put in the marathon. And it's like my whole the stress is gone. He carried me a lot through this time, and that's why he's also special to me in that way.
Let me ask you what you was doing in Pelican Bay. Was you in the SHU, or that's just where they sent you?
Oh man, I was in the SHU. I was Pelican Bay for almost 10 years, And I was up there, doing a whole bunch of nonsense, continuing to, when I first got there, I was continuing and, try to earn my gang reputation and bolster my name and, going to the shoe and all that was a part of it. I did almost 2 years in the shoe.
Speaking on yourself and speaking on Nipsey, is there anybody out there you would like to work with as far as getting a message out to the youth?
Oh yeah, man, I would like to work with some of these rappers and celebrities, and particularly these rappers that promote the gang culture. Before I drop names, I want to let it be known that I was one of them that promoted the gang culture. I was one of them that told our youth to go out there and murder.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
But I no longer participated in it. And now I want to, ask rappers like The Game, YG, Snoop, Future, the Migos. Like, how many more generations are we going to get on behind these microphones and tell our youth to go out there and slaughter each other and use drugs? Come work with me and let's tell them we're not going to keep doing this. I'm sitting in my cell and I watch TV and I see our youth out there slaughtering each other all across the country. And then I turn on the music and I hear the rappers promoting it. They're promoting the drugs, the killing, and it's like, what are y'all doing? Y'all don't see what's going on? Y'all don't see how influential y'all voices is on our youth? And it's like, how many more generations? Ain't nobody gonna save our youth but us. Us. And the messaging, those influential rappers and people that got big voices, they need to come out and say, man, we need to stop doing this because it's only hurting our own. So, those rappers' names that I mentioned, I'd love to work with them.
Let me ask you something. What's the reality of a millionaire, multi-millionaire rapper or singer or actor wanting to give up the promotion of gangbanging and, the whole Hollywood aspect of it because it can hurt their pockets? Actually think they would sell out, them making money to do the right thing?
That's very deep that you say that because I thought about that. That's how they make their livelihood. And I say this: if making money is more important than keeping our youth alive, we got a bigger problem then. To them, well, they got a bigger problem if that's what they thinking. But that's a great question, and I doubt a lot of them are going to do it. But I'm stressed for time. I have to get off this phone, but I would like to see this interview.
Yeah. Call back and we'll finish. Whenever you can.
Have a good day.
Okay, you too. Later. Peace.
All right.
Inmate at the California State Prison, Los Angeles County, Lancaster, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hey, what up?
What's going on, man?
Nothing. Let's get with it. You don't have that much time. Can you hear me?
Sir, how you doing, though?
All right.
Sure, I can hear you.
Let me ask you, what do you want our youth to take from your book?
I want them to, think about the bigger picture, the end game. What am I going to get out of joining the gang? And I want them to, use their common sense and think about the things that they've seen around them, their friends dying, family members dying, people in prison that they know. I'm sure they have seen, gang violence or something that's close. If they're even in an environment or anything where they're considering joining the gang. And, I want them to value their life. If they finish reading my book, I hope that they understand they must value their life. could I put it, man? I'm trying to make sure I say the right words because I want them to fully understand exactly what they're getting into. And yeah, Kev, man, I can't do it right now, man.
All right, don't trip.
There's a lot going on around me, man. There's a lot going.
All right, don't trip.
There's a lot going on around me, man. There's a lot going on around me. This dude right here, I can't even get comfortable right here, man. Oh man, I hate this, man.
A racial situation.
This dude right here, I gotta put my ear in my earphone because he's yelling in the side of my head right here, and I know he sees me on the phone, so that's distracting me right now because I feel like he's being disrespectful. So he got my mind kind of,
And this is the type of stuff we got to deal with while we're in prison, right?
Yeah, it's exactly what the type of stuff that we got to deal with when we're in prison, But I've learned, to hold my composure and, because of the big picture, I want to get out of here. And anything you're doing here, a setback. Like right now, I can get up and say something crazy to this dude, and all that does is strengthen my life sentence. As soon as it goes south, it strengthens the life sentence. Every time I make a mistake, the life sentence gets more and more firm.
And what was your original sentence? 50 to life?
50 years to life. 50 years to life, and I've been in here since I was 17, over 16 years, and man, it's a struggle every day when I wake up, man. And that's mainly what inspired me to write this book. Is my struggles of dealing with this place every day. Like just now, man, it's like this is what I gotta go through. I'm trying to have a phone call and talk to my folks and help our youth. And I got a guy who see me on the phone and he just yelling in my ear, and tired of this place, man. Our youth need to know, man, this ain't cool. Ain't nothing fun about this. And the minute you decide to go get the gang banging, it's gonna be two results, man. You're gonna either die or you're gonna end up in here. And when you end up in here with that life sentence, it be all fun and games until a decade get to go by, 2 decades get to go by, and you start to see like, man, these people really finna try to keep me in here for the rest of my life. And man, if I could go back, then I'd never get put on. Because I understand it now. I understand all I was going to do is end up the title of my book, Striving to Be a Failure. I'm feeling it right now in life. And this incident that just happened during this interview is an example. Man, nobody want to go through this, man. And we go out here and mess our lives off for something that, it really don't matter. And all in the end, all it hurts is yourself, our families, our mothers, man. This is killing my mom. My mom is, every day I wake up, I know I'm suffering, but what am I doing to my mama knowing her firstborn, is in a prison cell with a life sentence? She ain't gonna tell me exactly how it's eating at her. But I know it is, Getting her health start failing. I'd already lost my pops. And our youth, they have no clue what they're getting themselves into, man, when they go out there and join the gangs, man.
Hey, Perrie, can you speak to how the characters have changed since you first came into the prison system to now?
Oh, man, when I first came into the prison system, I started off in Pelican Bay, and that was serious business. Everything you ever heard about Pelican Bay, serious. Now, what I mean serious, within months of me being in Pelican Bay, I was in a big riot with the white boys. I ended up with my head busted open. The police shot me in the head with something called a block gun and knocked me out. I'm on the ground. White boy kicked me in the head. And this was, I'm talking about months of me just being there. It got real fast. And it was serious. It wasn't no games being played. This is what you're gonna do. This is how it's gonna go. It ain't gonna be no ifs and buts about it. And if you don't get with the program, we're gonna get with your program. And today, It's still that way, but there's no more rules though. Most of the rules is have dwindled away because most of the youngsters nowadays that come to prison, a lot of them are doing these drugs, and when at first the structure was trying to maintain itself, but it couldn't because the youngsters, they don't have any.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
They don't care about nothing nobody's talking about because a lot of them want some drugs. To me it makes it worse. Like I don't care about the prison politics or none of that, but when somebody can get off some drugs and come out and start a riot because of they dope debt or whatever, that puts my life on the line. And every day I wake up in here, that's the reality that I gotta live with. That this young dude who just came from the street doing what they call, I guess, designer drugs or whatever you want to call them, he comes in here and he gets to buying stuff that he can't pay for, and now he in debt with another race or something, and he comes out and something happens, and now my life is in danger. And that's how the prison system has flipped. When I first came to Pelican Bay, there wasn't no drugs in Pelican Bay. There were no phones in Pelican Bay. It was, this is what it is. This is a structured program. You're going to read, you're going to write, you're going to go to yard, you're going to participate in anything. And that's what it's going to be. Now it's no longer that way.
When you
it's everybody for themselves, most people.
When you say there's no more rules
Go ahead.
and the youngsters using drugs, is this just for black people or is this for all races?
Oh no, it's all races now. It's all races now. That's the new thing that I've seen sweeping through the prison system that has substantially changed since I've been in here. But I come from a different generation. Like I was raised that we don't do drugs. We don't do no hard crazy drugs. The most I ever did was marijuana and drank a little bit. But this new generation, all races, they're different. And now that a lot of the rules went away too, because there's a lot of incentives for a lot of these OGs or guys that have been here for a long time, including myself. They gave us a lot of programs. So that's another reason why some of the older guys just step back and just let them run wild, because it's like, man, I got an opportunity to go home now. This dude on drugs, I can't stop him. So, hey, you just don't let him go. And I got to deal with it every day, man, because I wanted to be a big bad gangbanger, man. Right now I'm over here, like, really pissed up. I'm, like, I'm maintaining my composure, but this place drives me crazy, man. And it's hideous why I'm on the mission I'm on. I don't want none of our young people to continue to go through this, man. And it's like, how long we gonna continue to, instruct our young people, man, go get put on the hood, man, do this, do that. And it's like, we know better now. And it's gonna be on people like me to tell them, like, man, that ain't what it is. This is not what it is right here, man. It be all fun when they out there functioning, hanging out, doing this, doing that. Telling you, when they sit you down for some decades, you sitting in that field watching this big world on them TVs, and your door really locked, you don't understand this is really not a game.
Right.
Right now, I got a life sentence. And that means today I'm really scheduled to die in this place. Only thing that's going to change right now is if the governor grant me something in courts. But as of right now, none of that happened. That's just me hoping and praying.
Yeah, you got to keep your head up, bro. A lot of people came from up under them elbows, bro. You just got to stay diligent in your case and keep up the effort of whatever you can do. Talk to the governor, or you exhausted your appeals already, right?
You said who?
Did you exhaust your appeals already?
Yeah, I lost all of those. Right now, I'm just banking on I got a commutation in with the governor, and I got a request to the new DA in LA.
Right.
So recommend resentencing for me.
Well, we don't have a lot of
Those are
time.
the things.
We don't have that much time. Can you nowadays with everybody writing books, it's easy to self-publish books. What makes your book unique compared to other people's books?
Because my book is coming from, you know, a person who, I lived what I'm talking about in my book. I was out there living the title of my book. I was out there striving to be a failure. I'm in the trenches right now. I'm not a person that waited till I got out of prison to, tell my story. No, I'm letting the youngsters know right now. While I'm in here, look, this is what it is. This is going to be the result. And you go find me another book like that. You go find me another book of a person that's in prison that laid it all out from the birth of gang to initiation to the incarceration to, hurting your family to, it's laid all out in the book. And I'm a person that lived it.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I haven't seen no book like there out there like mine, and that is what encouraged me to write that book. To let the youth know my ultimate message. What is the end result? When you go decide to get put on that game, what do you think you're gonna get out of it? I can tell you're not gonna get no 401k. You're not gonna get no retirement benefits. You're not gonna become the president. You're not about to become the king of nothing. You're not even finna be respected in the eyes of the people that really matter. Only people you're going to be respected in is in the people that's encouraging you to terrorize your community. And when it's all said and done and you're rotting in the way in one of these cells or in the grave, it's going to be all for nothing. And that's the ultimate message in my book. And I want people to go find another book like it.
Right. Well, congratulations on being an author, man, and hopefully your book sells, pick up. Matter of fact, how's your book selling right now?
Oh, it's doing very well, man.
Good.
I got a lot of support from the people out there because, my book is for our young people and it's from my heart, man. The book is raw. A lot of people don't agree with it. A lot of gang members don't agree with it.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Or you said too much, or you down talk the gang. I don't care about none of that. If it say something to our youth out there, well, it is what it is.
That's deep. Well, all right, man. Congratulations on your book, man. Hopefully I can help you out. And stay in touch, bro.
All right, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man, for your patience with me, too, man.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Have a good one, bro.
All right, man.
All right.
All right, you too.